Hi, and welcome to From Someone's Kitchen. Today we will be making lasagna. All right, so today we're making lasagna, not the dry kind, not the blend kind. We're making the kind that your kids will enjoy. First thing, I got my ground beef cooking. I'm keeping it simple, salt, pepper, and garlic. I don't overthink it. This meal is very quick and it is easy and it gets the job done to feeding your family. As that is cooking, I'm going to add in my marinara sauce. You can add your favorite type of spaghetti sauce. I kept it plain because I wanted to keep it a little simple meal. As I do that, I go ahead and stir it all in to make sure that it is mixed up. And then I add in 1 tablespoon of sugar. Yes, sugar. If you know, you know. Please don't argue with me. Argue with your taste bud. You just gotta try it. Now we're about to layer this thing up. I start with the sauce first. Don't skip this part because your noodle's gonna stick and we don't want that to happen. So put the sauce down, then you're going to add your noodles. We want it to make sure that it covers the bottom of your pan. And then we add the meat sauce to it. Make sure that the meat sauce is covering your pan and then add your cheese. I am using cheddar and mozzarella because why choose one when you can choose both? You can also add your favorite type of cheese that you like on there. Remember, I'm keeping this nice and simple and this is quick. So we're going to layer it again and again. We're doing 3 layers, okay? We're not being stingy today. This is a meal that my family do enjoy to have at least once a week. It is a very hearty meal that we just sit around the table and we eat and talk. As I am making my last layer, I go ahead and put the noodles on top. Then here's the sauce, and then I add more cheese. After I do that, I am layering sliced mozzarella right on top just to make it pretty and more cheesier. This is the cheese block, not the cheese out of the bag. Please don't use the cheese out of the bag. Always use the cheese block. I also add a little paprika for color and a little attitude. After you do all of that, you can go ahead and cut on your oven. I did mine on 350, 360, just for 10 minutes. You want it just enough to melt everything. You don't need it to cook because we already cooked the meat, we already cooked the noodles, everything is already cooked. So we just want to make sure that the cheese is all melted. I love making this type of meal because, yes, it is freezable if you don't eat it all, and it is also good for the next day, definitely for lunch that my kids take for school. This right here is what brings family together. Sitting at the table, eating this nice, cozy meal, absolutely beautiful. If you try this, don't forget, don't skip the sugar. I said what I said. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next meal.